Hello everyone, my name is Vacious V, aka VV, and welcome to One Piece Shenanigans, my brand new channel that is literally specifically for One Piece. But before we get into that, you may or may not know me from the other few channels that I have, which is Vivacious V, where I do reactions to Five Nights at Freddy's, Poppy Playtime, Stranger Things, all that fun jazz. And there's also Starboard Corner, where I do merch reviews of Five Nights at Freddy's, Poppy Playtime, and One Piece, but now that is going to be moved here. And I also have a gaming channel, but I haven't updated in a while, but if you want to look at that, it's Vivacious Gaming. So why exactly have I decided to start yet another new channel? Well, the reason for that is because I've been watching One Piece for a long time. And if you guys have come from my other few channels that I have, aka mainly the Vivacious V one, that's the biggest one that I have. But if you guys know me from there, then you'll probably know I really love One Piece. And I've always said the month and the day that I got into One Piece, but I've never revealed the year. So let's get that out of the way. I have been watching One Piece since January 10th of 2006. Yes, it is going to be almost 20 years next year. That blows my mind. So yes, it is from the 4Kids Day, I will admit. I remember the rap. I remember Zolo. Yeah, that's. I remember Ace's name being changed to Trace and Smoker's name being changed to Chaser, I think it was. It was just ridiculous. And the edits and everything. Of course, at the time, I didn't know until I found out like a few years later. I didn't start reading the manga or manga. I don't mind either saying it either way. I didn't start reading it until maybe around 2008-ish, probably. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember anymore. But that sounds about right. What is it that I know about One Piece? Hopefully more than what I realize, because 20 years is a long time. But first things first, I want to acknowledge the obvious background. Flag, you guys have seen plenty much before, assuming you guys have come from Vivacious, from my first few channels. So this is going to be in the background for pretty much all of the videos. I mean, unless you guys want to see FNAF there, but I'm pretty sure you don't. The plush I've had for a very long time, 15 plus years at this point. And this hat I've also had for 15 plus years. This hat, however, is relatively new. It is less than 2 years old. This necklace, definitely less than 2 years old. As for the shirt, though, this is the very first shirt of One Piece that I have ever gotten. And believe it or not, it's from Hot Topic. Hot Topic, Amazon, then did Box Lunch. Either Box Lunch or Hot Topic. Probably, to be honest, probably Box Lunch. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this video as short and quick as possible because I do not want this to be 30 minutes long. This is just simply an introduction video. So, as I've said, I've been watching One Piece since January 10th of 2006. But I will admit I stopped watching it around 2011 because I kind of started getting a little bit impatient, so to speak, because it was during Punk Hazard and I was getting kind of annoyed because I felt like it was dragging. So yeah, I got tired of it, and honestly I haven't really watched it since. I have seen little glimpses here and there, but I'll get to that a little bit later. Favorite Straw Hat? Clearly. Luffy. Favorite arc? Thriller Bark, hands down, easily. I love it. It's just so fun, different, mysterious, and we get Brook. This is where we get Brook, and I love Brook. I would probably say he would be in my top 5 favorite Straw Hats, easily. I know people tend to stick with Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, but I really like Brook. Maybe it's because I really like music, but Brooke has such a sad backstory, and I cried. And if I had to choose a second favorite arc, it would probably be between Water 7 and Ennie's Lobby. So I'm just going to put them together because they're kind of basically in the same season. So obviously that's when we get Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd. And favorite fight being Luffy versus Lucci because of that. It's just, it's amazing. I also remember when Luffy punched Bellamy. I remember when that aired for the first time here in America. And what else do I remember? Oh my gosh. It's like I have to dig deep into my archives. How about stuff I do remember? Okay, let's see. I can name all 16 Whitebeard Pirate Commanders. They're my second favorite crew, obviously. So we have Marco, Ace, Jozu, Thatch, Vista, Blamenco, Recruyo, Namer, Blenheim, Surreal, Kingdo, Haruda, Atmos, Juru, Fosa, Iso. Yeah, I'm very proud of that one. Let's see, we have the 4 Emperors, the original 4 Emperors. Shanks, Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard. And then the new ones would be Shanks, Luffy, what's his name? Blackbeard and Buggy, because Oda decided why not? Like, honestly. And then as for the 7 warlords, oh no, here we go. Please forgive me if I forget anybody. Okay, here we go. 7 warlords. Crocodile, Jinbai, who obviously is a former, Hancock, Moria, Kuma, Mihawk. Did I say Crocodile? Okay, hold on. Wait, I got this. Crocodile, Mihawk, Hancock. Crocodile, Mihawk, Hancock. Don Flamingo. I think that's who I was forgetting. Don Flamingo. So wait, see, this is where it gets confusing because then I end up renaming them and then I forget somebody who I already said before. So it's Don Flamingo, Moria, Kuma, Crocodile, Hancock, Mihawk, and Kuma. Hopefully I didn't repeat anybody. If I did, please correct me. And before I forget, I am going to say all of the Straw Hats' birthdays and whoever else I remember at the moment. So, Luffy's birthday, May 5th. It's coming up very soon, depending on when this video comes out. Zoro's birthday, November 11th. Nami's birthday, July 3rd. Usopp's birthday, April 1st. There's literally 3 birthdays in a row, but we'll get to that in a moment. Sanji's birthday, March 2nd. Robin's birthday, Chopper! Chopper's birthday, December 24th. Robin's birthday, February 6th. And if it's not the 6th, then it's the 4th. I keep getting hers and Haruda's mixed up. Haruda, 12th commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, is February 4th or 6th, but I'm pretty sure Haruda is the 4th. So, just in case, swap those 2 characters. And then Frankie's birthday, March 9th. Frankie's birthday, March 9th. Brooke is April 3rd. And then Jinbai's is April 2nd. So, it's literally 1, 2, and 3. And if I happen to get Jinbai and Brooke wrong, then reverse those 2 as well. Let's see, who else do I remember? Azo's birthday is October 13th. Marco's birthday is October 5th. And then I do believe Zoro shares a birthday with one of the commanders. I don't remember who it was. Vista came to mind, but I'm not quite sure. And honestly, I can't tell you who else's birthday is where. I think Whitebeard's birthday is the same day as Drew's, which is April. Actually, it might be 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. It might be, I think. April 4th, maybe, for the both of them? I know Whitebeard shares a birthday with one of the commanders. As for other characters, yeah, sorry. I kind of don't care about them that much to remember. I know my friend is not going to be very happy about that, because she remembers, Sabo's birthday and Mihawk's birthday and other characters that I do care about, but not that much. Sorry. Okay, so before this video drags out for way too long, I am going to now explain what exactly is going to be on this channel. Probably should have done that first, but I just wanted to get my quote-unquote basic knowledge out of the way. Just to somewhat prove that I have been watching and reading One Piece for as long as I say I have, because I really have. You can ask my brothers, you can ask my mom, you can ask anybody who truly knows me, which honestly is not even a lot of people. They will know that I have been into One Piece for a very, 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 very long time. And I completely forgot to say what was the very first episode I ever saw. I definitely should have started with that, and I did not. The very first episode of One Piece that I saw was Luffy versus Arlong. Basically, what happened was I walked into my brother's room, and the 4Kids opening, I know, the horrid 4Kids opening, which in my opinion is not that horrid, and I still remember every word of the 3 variations it had. But yeah, I walked into the room, and the opening came on, and I fell in love with it, and it was Luffy versus Arlong, and of course, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love with Luffy, okay? I was young. Like, I was young, so I very quickly fell for Luffy, and that was the end of that. That's pretty much it. I did try to stop watching One Piece. I know that's hard to believe, especially those who actually know me, but I couldn't get away from it. I couldn't stay away from it. That's basically it. So anyway, now I forgot what it was I was going to, what I was going to do on the channel. Was what I am going to do on the channel. Not was. So, One Piece Shenanigans. It is what it sounds like. What's going to be on here? Honestly, not even I hardly know. There could be One Piece merch reviews. Maybe I'll talk about the manga here and there. At the moment, I kind of don't really care for where it's at right now. It is interesting, but it doesn't really grasp my attention that much. Of course, I still read it weekly. And then as for the anime itself, we'll see. Like I said, I haven't watched it in a really long time, but who knows? Maybe I'll drag you guys along with me on that road.
We call this foreshadowing.
There will possibly be a lot of quizzes on here because I just think they're a fun time to do. My friend already sent me a website that's filled with One Piece quizzes, and if you guys happen to know any other quizzes, that would be fantastic because I really love to see somebody, test their knowledge, and I would like to do that as well. And like I said, a lot of merch reviews. It's all going to be new. Nothing is going to be repeated. So those may or may not, I can't talk, oh my gosh. Those videos may or may not take a while depending on what it is I have, what I can find, what I can afford. Because One Piece is not cheap. So yeah, if you go to my other channels, Vivacious V and Starboard Corner, you'll see some merch videos there. Especially of some older merch, because that's what I started with. I am not going to do the same thing here. It's going to be 100% new, fresh, and yeah, no repetitions here. Unless I do it accidentally. but other than that, no repetitions. Alrighty, so that basically wraps up this video. The only thing I forgot to talk about were the One Piece openings, but there are 26 openings to choose from, unless they have 27 now after that 6-month hiatus that they took to redo Fishman Island. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this introduction. I hope I kept it short, sweet, and to the point. And yes, the mask is going to stay. The hat will eventually not be in the videos because I don't want to wear it for every single video. And the Luffy plush is probably going to stay here for like maybe the first 3 videos. So yeah, please feel free to subscribe. Feel free to check out my other channels. So with all of that being shown, said, and done, I will see you later, alligators.
Epilogue.
And in case you guys are wondering, this plush is 12 inches tall. And taking away the hat, probably like 8 inches. Not quite sure, to be honest. But I've had him for a very, 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 very long time. And he is still very well put together and is very, very huggable.